Hey there folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence, Konnichiwa and all that. I'm the Mysterious JG. I've been asking throughout these videos for you guys to offer sage advice. And please, make it sage advice, don't give me shitty advice, come on guys. But if you are concerned that you've been giving me good advice and I don't seem to be taking it, this is still my first actual recording session, not counting everything with created officers and call to arms, whatever. Do tend to play this game in spurts. Pardon me. So there's going to come a point, and I'll probably announce I'm ending the session. I tend to do that, even if it doesn't make much difference to the viewers. But yeah, when I hit the end of the session, I'll probably say, and the comments people have made up to that point, I should be able to get a handle on, and hopefully pick up your good and excellent advice. So our gold is finally starting to go up. I really wish there was a way to see. I guess on the clan screen I can probably see our income and maybe not. Well, actually the first big thing I wanted to do was get a policy going.
Let us enact a policy.
So can I actually afford that suggestion box? We have a gold income of $763 a month. Still kind of rough. I want to get that going as soon as possible, though. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let us enact a policy.
Might be too soon. Might be too soon, but I think it's a good idea.
Let's let everyone know.
So we're going to let everyone know. We're going to let it all hang down. We still only have one place where we can upgrade structures, and it's here. We've already got something going here. So the cities aren't big enough, and it's possible that the policy we just put in place is going to help with that. Meantime, I said I was going to get these up as to about halfway or so and then stop. So our max soldiers has gone up. We're at 3551 at 3695. Yeah. We're already pretty close to our max soldiers. So maybe I really shouldn't be concentrating on conscripts now. What'll happen is that well, I'm hoping that if you have the maximum number of soldiers at a base, that conscription stops and the population increase that would have gone to conscription goes to something else instead. But as soon as we go to war, like, I must be a shitty general in the field, because when I go to war, casualties tend to be very high on both sides. So yeah, going into war, you're going to lose people, and you're going to need that conscription to get them back. Now here, this place is as important because it's farther away. We will probably send a unit from this city, but it's going to be actually harder for her to get there in time to make a difference. We got 5 labor left. We could work on something else, but our income is down. The other thing we could try to do is try to entice enemy officers. What's this guy's deal? He's not the best officer who ever lived anyway. Oh, Mr. P. Oh, man, if there's a way that we could hire you over before we attack, that would be pretty good, because he's got decent military stats. Who else is hanging out? Lu Bu. Oh, he's really unhappy over there. No offense, Mr. P, but I think Lu Bu might be a better hire. How much gold is this taking a month? Because we're just going and talking to him. Does this actually cost gold? 300 a month. Ooh, we'd be losing money. Because we've also got 500 a month in that policy. But getting these good war officers away before we attack just is probably a good idea. How fast would we be able to win over Mr. P? Same rate. Mr. P has better overall stats, but lower war stats. Not by much, though. Yeah, these created officers are gonna come back to bite me in the ass, I think. His loyalty is 9, required loyalty 9. The Lu Bu here is like not even close to having the loyalty that's required. So it seems like if I start messing with him, I don't think the AI is going to be able to do anything to offset it. So my income, my gold is, I only have 400 gold? I only have 400 gold, can't afford it right now. I didn't realize, I'd lost track, I didn't know things had gotten that low. We've got a couple years to do this, folks, so I probably shouldn't, I should probably go back to concentrating on gold income, actually. A messenger has come from Nagano Kudo clan. Will you grant him an audience? Sure. We cannot survive the Sage of War alone. Please save us in our time of need. Received vassalage request from them. They want to be our vassal state? I don't really know what that's going to mean. If they're vassal state, I would assume that means they're subservient to us and that we're supposed to defend them if they're attacked. But I don't know historically if this will screw anything up. It'll increase our trust with them. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. So, probably should have actually looked at the, see if we can actually get some info on this from the instructions. Oh, the online manual. No, it's going to take too long. Don't think that actually is going to help either. Maybe it is the online manual I'd need to look at. Well, it's just so cumbersome to navigate this on I say it and then immediately begin navigating it with no real difficulty. You can't jump straight to a page. That's what bugs me. Diplomacy, gift, whatever. Okay, it's page 23. You know what? I'll look it up between videos. Okay, so yeah, well, you know what? Like, I could at least look and see. I just paused it, by the way. Could at least look and see where they are on the map. Oh, oops, that's not what I meant. Is that them? No, that's the Ashikaga. So who just turned into our vassals? You guys did. And you're pretty close by. We won't be able to go to their aid without crossing through the territory of the Honganji, and I think we need to leave them alone because we have plot dealings with them later. These guys are a vassal state. Interesting. Alright. Back to it. What does that mean? Little hand on Jabba. I'm trying to figure something out here. No. Here, I'm going to display all this info. This might be too much to have on screen at once, but shows us the roads. Let's get rid of that. That's actually kind of irritating. The province information, there's really nothing to show right now. Foreign information is kind of neat because it shows us, if you go to the capital of a force, it'll show you their diplomacy, and that's strategic info. What does that show? Oh, that's actually useful. So real quick before we continue, you can now see like these guys, they're in green, but their trust is set at normal. Or no, their attitude is normal. The Matsudaira are hostile to us. It's like they know we have a quest to take them out. And the Imagawa are hostile to us. And I had briefly considered starting to build trust with them so that we could make them call off an attack, but I don't think it'll work. They're already hostile.
Here is last month's balance.
So as you can see, we got development of 300, policy expense of 520, total income of 883. So we're going to grow real slow while we have that policy in place, and I might need to drop it. But I think it's a good idea because it's going to
reporting in.
All that training's paid off, etc. Because it's going to grow our stuff. Big cities equal big populations doing big things. So back to Nagoya. Oh, I need to be on this menu. He's the best politician for the job. So these turns are going to be pretty similar for right now. And I think I just need to, avoid spending a lot of cash. Keep an eye on what's happening down here. The one thing I don't like about that, as a matter of fact, I think I'll shut off the diplomacy one, is that it means you have to actually check to see what the troop counts are. But the troop counts are updating. They got, theirs are going up as mine are, but mine are higher. The problem is that I happen to know that once I take this castle, I will trigger an attack by the Imagawa. And it's a plot attack. I just basically need to hold off one pretty powerful unit. But it's a pretty powerful unit. I was able to do it on easy mode. It was the biggest challenge I faced while goofing around on easy mode. On normal mode, I think the difficulty would be a bit higher. Nobody's attacked me yet because I haven't pulled my troops out of my cities. First time you pull your troops out of your cities, you become a target of interest to your neighbors. And these guys here are hostile to us. Okay, so one of the fairs can be changed. Another fair can be changed. We're starting to get more stuff to build, I think because of the growth.
Let's begin the meeting. Here is last month's balance.
But again, it's just real slow.
Reporting in.
It costs gold to have policies in effect, so it's trickling in real slow. So what could we be built? Well, fair can be changed. Oh, I could change it back to a commons and then build into something else. No, we'll keep this. Boy, it's not really bringing. It can't be bringing in that much though. And there's still no other cities where I can actually build facilities. I would have thought maybe that was going to go better than it has. Maybe I need to think about bringing up the crops. They really want, greater harvest, yeah. He wants more soldiers. He is on the front line, I'll give him that. There's a logic to what he's suggesting. Trying to have this policy in place might be asking too much right now. People have added a commons at Narumi Castle. You see, I would think that means I can build something at Narumi Castle. Not that I've got the resources to do it, but it's not even popping up as something I can select when I get to that build screen.
Let's begin the meeting.
The leader of the Ashikage just received a title from the Emperor, as you may have noticed popping up right at the end there.
Last month's balance.
Our growth is a little bit faster now. I mean, our gold increase, I mean. policy expense 520.
Reporting in.
No, it was 520. I thought for a minute. Yeah, the Yoshiharu Ashikaga took post of military director, so that'll give him an edge in diplomatic warfare, not straight up military warfare. Okay, so now we actually have the ability to do stuff at other places. But this is expensive. Makes this district slightly suitable for crafts. Strengthens storm attack. Makes this district suitable for crafts. Coin exchange will also make it crafts and crops, so that's domestic studio. Further strengthens storm attack. Storm attack is when you surround a castle, but your forces aren't, like, you have to have a troop count surrounding the enemy castle that is higher than the enemy castle's hit points. And if you do, then you will gradually deplete the enemy castle's morale and take it over without losing your own troops, unless you run out of food. And if you don't have enough troops to do that, you have to storm the castle, which is very costly in terms of troops, but it will allow you to take out a castle without having an overwhelming numerical advantage. So having a powerful storm attack means that you deal more damage to the enemy castle before your troops are wiped out. But if you get into a situation where you're forced to storm the castle, it's kind of like you're doing it wrong. You should engineer it in such a way that you have enough forces to surround the castle that you don't need to use storm attack. Not always going to be possible. Eventually, for example, we're going to have to deal with the Hojo. They have some big-ass castles. Oh, look at this. We haven't been keeping up. The Hojo are fucking stomping all over the place down here. We, eventually the history is going to break, at which point I'll have more freedom to do what I want, but there's a big old battle going on over here, it looks like. Yep. Looks like the, I don't even know what force that is. What clan is that? Well, anyway, there's a fight going on. Yeah, the Hojo are kind of already spreading a bit. Well, no, it doesn't look too bad when we get out to this zoom. So maybe they already had some of these bases and we just never got over there. The Imagawa are also pretty fucking strong. All right, back to it. So how expensive is it to build, get back to this menu, to build some facilities over here? You can get a tea house. Increases innovation. I like that in the long run. In the long run. But population increases quickly, as I think even better, and supplies become cheaper. It's 1,000 gold. We can't afford anything like that right now. Fudge. I think all of them are 1,000. Studio, further strengthen storm attacks. Yeah, it's got the same possibilities. There's a resource here. Eventually we can get to here and there'll be special things we can build because there's a landmark. With this base, eventually we'll get to... Oh, there's an unknown resource here, but they don't want us to look for it, so there's actually 2 unknown resources. I think something will happen plot-wise there. And here are resource... You're not guaranteed a resource in each city, but we've got seafood. Huh, interesting. And a landmark. What I really want as a resource is iron, because I think that allows us to build guns, but... obviously that'll be a little later in the game when they've been introduced by the Europeans. Okay, let's keep up this strategy and hope this isn't, really unwise. Yeah, so the Nagao took over something.
Your orders. Here is last month's balance.
I think we need to ditch the policy for a while. It's just, at our current size, yeah, we're not bringing in enough gold to really afford it. May have
Let
been
us
a good...
enact a policy.
I mean, it doesn't really cost us anything, I think, to... I don't think there's any penalty for switching it on and back off.
Let's let everyone know.
But, yeah. Having it on for a little while and then turning it off to build your gold up and then turning it back on. Pretty sure there's no penalty for that.
What would you like?
Just checking to see if he was selling treasure now that we could afford it. So now we've got enough gold. I could start building a facility in one place and then slowly... Oh, there's actually two places where I could build one now. Temple, lowers innovation, farmer's fair, gold income. Tea houses make it suitable for craft, and innovation increases innovation. Now, what innovation does, as I understand it,
Let us enact a policy.
I think innovation controls how progressive or conservative you are. Not sure. There's a lot of stuff about this game I don't actually understand. Not gonna lie. This is just telling me what different policies do. I don't know. Maybe I need to spend a little more time with the manual, but I'm not sure what innovation literally does. It sounds like a good thing to have, though. I'm sure that eventually it'll affect things like use of, you know, cavalry versus guns. I think population is the biggest thing, though. So that was all of our money. Forever. Gonna go back to increasing crafts. We've got 4 years to do this. Keep them crossed, guys. So we built a rice dealer. A rice dealer has been constructed. That was a year, wasn't it? Oh, fuck.
Here is last month's balance.
Well, as you can see, our income is a lot higher now that we got rid of that policy. Although the policy, I think, was good in its way. We still spent more than we took in because of the development. And, well, the infrastructure was the big thing.
Reporting in.
Seems a rodent or two are in our lands. How about employing one or two, my liege? Absolutely, we will do that. Sarakatsu Murai. He is a good political officer. I believe he is a real officer and not a created guy. But we'll still hire him. Yeah, I recognize that face. Very well, I shall do what I can for you, my liege. And, do we want to wait a turn before building another facility? We got another facility that can be built here. No, that's the farmer's fair. We've had that farmer's fair for a while now. And a rice dealer here. Rice dealer is good. Here I'd go with farmer's fair, probably, at least for the short term. But I think we need to go a turn without actually spending all that cash right now. Our current soldiers are what at this base? So our max is 3725. How can that be? We've got more than our max. I don't understand how that works. I clearly don't understand how that works. Well, let's keep working on crafts for now. You know what? Actually, here I do need to get working on conscripts. How much does it cost to work on those roads? I know it's fairly expensive. Oh, it's per, yeah, 400 per. The Mayura clan was limited by the Imago clan. So I haven't really accomplished that much, and we've already got clans taking each other out. Ueda Nagayo clan was limited by Nagayo clan. Well, that was just a power struggle within one clan that got split by the game into 2 groups. So I don't feel as bad about that. So this was over here that this happened. This is the Takara Castle fell. So these guys, the 4 kind of pinkish blocks within a larger purple block guys, have gotten stronger. And the other recent event was where? Where's the Ueda clan? I want to say that they were down here. Yeah. No. Oh, but the Oda are about to fall. The other Oda. And this is where at least one of my created officer guys who wanted to be on my force said this. And then he said, well, he said this, so I put him there. And he's like, oh, I meant you, but never mind. I can start there. That's okay. And you are probably going to get absorbed by the clan that just took out your castle. Actually. Pretty good chance that you're involved in the fighting. Yeah, but they were overwhelmed. This clan here went down. And I think they eventually turned into the I think there's like a power struggle, or somebody takes over the clan and changes the clan name. I think these guys turn into the Uesugi, unless these guys are the Uesugi. Well, I don't know. The game will reveal itself as we continue. Luckily for us, these guys are not growing fast. They've got about 4,000 troops, and we've got about, what is that? 7 or 8,000. But yeah, I'm more worried about the, we're going to get some, well, you need a fairly sizable numerical advantage, because once you fight their army in the field, you have to encircle a castle, and you need to, like, go toe-to-toe with an enemy army and still have a lot of force left. Not to mention the fact that we could be attacked from behind while we're down there, not to mention the fact that the Imagawa are going to come for us. So, yeah, I'm concerned. I want to have a pretty big numerical advantage before we attack. But I also need to end the video, which we'll do shortly. Hojo clan is expanding. And we can change our stuff.
Let's begin the meeting.
Let's begin the meeting. Next time on Let's Play Nobunaga's Animation. I'm Mysterious JG. Thank you guys very much for watching. Join me next time as I continue to fret about attacking a single solitary base in this game. Sayonara.